Okay, one more scope, then that's it, for a while at least. With Resolve version 16, the histogram scopes have become more relevant, and Resolve can now overlay histograms on top of certain tools to give us more information whilst working. Because of this, we're going to have a very quick overview of how to read the histograms. Put simply, a histogram is a graph showing two values. Across the x-axis is the value for a particular attribute. In the case of Resolve, it's usually red, green, blue, or brightness. And the y-axis gives us frequency, or the number of pixels that have specific values. For example, this histogram shows us that we have a lot of pixels here with very low red, green, and blue values. On the left, we have very low values, hence darker pixels. And then the y-axis, the higher this goes, the more pixels we have with this value. And you can see here we have a very high reading on the left-hand side, and you can see that that's reflected in the image here with this lad, because we have a lot of very dark background. The dark pixels back here are what's making this very big reading on the left-hand side. We have a lot of pixels with very low RGB values. Now, I've never found these particularly useful before now, but with Resolve 16's new histogram overlays, and you can see this here on the RGB curve, they're actually becoming quite useful monitoring tools. So we'll take a look at the histogram settings, and then that will be it, because we're going to go over the specifics of the histogram overlay in the next lecture. I really have two settings here. I have RGB or YRGB. RGB will give me a separate histogram for the red, green, and blue values in my image, and YRGB will give me yet another histogram, a grey one up here, and that just shows the brightness values in our image, that's all. Remember that the higher the reading on a histogram, the more pixels have the value indicated at that point on the x-axis. So, near 0, near absolute black, the darker values, we have a lot of pixels with low values. That's what we can see on these histograms here. Now, that's actually it. I told you this would be a quick one, but it's good to have a basic understanding before we look at the overlays in the next lecture. We'll take a look at our first secondary tools in the next lecture, so click on through once you're ready.